Hey, what's up, y'all? I want to do a little video here of what it's like in the real world, okay? And the Lord, He has been giving me strength. I know I have something in purpose for God. And no matter what goes on, stay in the ring and battle. You know, like today, round 1 and 2 was great. I was just talking, I was myself, showing character, asking questions, actually focusing. And then round 3 comes and we went outside, you know, and for me it's hard because I sit in the back of the room because I struggle with social atmospheres. So when I sit in the back, it gives me comfort because I can see what's going on, and I'll admit that it's a struggle. But when I go out, see, it was a new battle ring. It was a new ring, but the same fight. So people moving all around, I couldn't, you know, I struggle with anxiety. And so what happened is my mind starts going, oh, you know, and you start listening to the chatter because when you're out there, you're not in the classroom. So the cons out there, they start talking more and they start, you know, doing this in the spirits, right? And I want to encourage you to stay in the fight. And what I do is I submit to God's calling. I say, well, Lord, whatever you decide to do, let me live, let me die, lock me up, set me free, you know, suffering, blessing, I'm just giving it all to you. And I told him that in the bathroom, you know, because when I was out there, that round 3, I got my butt kicked. I was almost trembling to the state of like my legs were shaking in fear. But I remember when that happened to me before. I was in a meeting at instrumentation. It was an instrumentation measuring thing. And, you know, because what we're doing here is all about measurements and stuff. And so measuring everything. So I was full of fear and, you know, just taking in everything. And it was very difficult. And but you know what? I just claimed a verse. Because the best thing you can do is put your hope in the Lord. And no matter what everybody says about me or trying to label me as this or that, you know, to be a brutal, devious devil, you got to do crazy things. And I'm just not that kind. I'd rather say, you've heard it say, love your ones who love you, hate those who hate you. But I tell you this, love those who are your enemies and pray for those who curse you, right? So the only way you can really, for me anyway, is to focus is to, right? So you, like a classroom setting, you have a table, right? And you, like a class like me, I'm over here, right? And then you got some here, right? Okay, and you start to learn people. You start to learn the atmosphere. Like I know the spirits I'm up against. So I know the one who's the most vocal, the one who's like the strong one in the group, and then you have your instructor. You know, so you get used to this. The first 2 days were horrible, and then we went. Now this has been accomplished, so we went out to another stage, and it was wide open. And that one is where the fear came in, right? Let's just do a little pie chart. Okay, and this is where you would read fear, trembling. And it was due to, we have wires at work, you know, and there's 6 wires, right? And see, this stuff starts circulating because insecurities is just what I'm terrified of, right? Because fear comes from being afraid. So, but would you rather be afraid and not open up, or would you rather be terrified and admit it? And what terrifies you? And I know what terrifies me, and I think a lot of other people do too. But stay in the ring is so important. It's so key. And no matter what happens, you got to fight that fear. If you think you're just going to go through life and not be afraid of anything, you know, you got to find the ounces where you can give yourself a little hope. Like I'm surrounded, right? There's 9 individuals. Most of them say GD, the Lord's name in vain, openly, verbally. So right away, the judgment being passed on to me, I don't take seriously because, I go up to him and say, hey, can you not do that? I'm a Christian. You're saying, my Lord's name in vain. And so you have to realize, and if you're a Christian or if you are in a stage where God's going to use you, you're going to be outnumbered. And you're going to have to just get used to that and stand in the gap. Bring your word with you. And God will keep you. If he wants to use you, trust me, he's going to keep you. He's got a purpose for your life. And hang in there. Stay tough. I know today I give myself a little credit because I've never stood in the ring like I did right now. I would usually have like an anxiety attack and run away. But I said, you know what? I'm not running away. I'm not going to do it no matter what. And you can't. You got to stay strong. God bless you.